screens. We are the makers of the Supreme. Squirrel's ready to eat out there. So I'm watching my squirrels out the window. We are the makers of the Supreme 12, Supreme Exotic Ambient Rejection 15s, and the Advanced Ambient Rejection 17s, including that Ultra Nova, Nova 17. These right here are the lineups that were part of a challenge for someone to make these, but they can't. So we're gonna let that one go because they're never going to be able to make those. All right, so let's move on from there. So as I said before, we have this product here, and we have other products here. We got other high performance screens here. We've got the Modern Master silver paint that was supposed to be as good as ours. All these here, we got all these sandwiches here. And like I said, we have his products here. We got another fellow here from YouTube. We're not going to bother with these right here. We're not going to bother with those. These right here, we're not interested in. You know why? Because like I said before, that the screens we used in our demonstration are far more advanced. Seymour AV 1.3. See how much lighter Seymour AV 1.3 is to Crow's personal mix? This is a Seymour AV 1.3. See how much lighter? My screen was able to take this one on with no problem. This was one of the screens that was in the certified screens. Here we are with the Matinee Silver. See the Matinee Silvers? See right here? DMP Supernovas right here? These are certified screens. These are the big boys right here. You know, so I'm just going to show you. We don't need to do any of these at all, period. See, we don't need to use your product to build ourselves up. We don't have to. We use certified screens. This is what you need to do. So let's show you how 12s stack up. We've done this already, but we're going to do a paint on one too. Let me get all these together here. And together here. Now, mind you, 12 had to go against a daylight screen right here. There's daylight screen right there. Look at the color of that next to Crow's paint. That was a blue Crow screen, clean out of the water, because look at how dark this screen is. It can't take on a 12. If I were to do a color demonstration, this screen would pull up a much darker green or blue or red, and this screen would completely wash out. You haven't tested against this product yet. We have. You haven't tested against this product. We have. Or any of these. We have. These are all the ones you've never tested. You have done the Cinema Gray 5D, and you have done the Dark Star 9. And that demonstration, you stayed far away from any form of contrast demonstration because you knew the Dark Star 9 was going to pull up a much higher contrast level because the screen's darker than yours. You stayed near the bright colors. That's what you did. You faked your demonstration. You don't do them right correctly. And like I said, since we're going to have your product here already, any demonstration that you do not match ours, we will do the demonstration to a T. Cut no corners to show you where you missed out on your demonstrations. We'll do them for you. And by the way, just to let you know, if you sit there and say that I have a copyright on your product, you do not. I already did a copyright search on your stuff. You don't have any copyrights at all. Let's start with the black screen first. One of the things, too, we're also going to do is we're going to put your product against the exotics. We're going to do a color code on that one. So that exotic's going to display a red screen. We're going to put your product against it. We're going to watch the exotic pull a blue screen that's going to be higher than your screen, and that screen is going to be showing a surface that's red. And that's going to be pretty crushing. I hate to say it this way, but if we test your product against an exotic, it's something, a screen you do not want to go against. You're looking at a screen that physically has a blue surface or a red surface or some kind of crazy surface that we attach to it, and you're watching a surface that's actually the opposite color of your screen pull up a better blue than your screen. That's something you don't want to go against, but you're going to go against the exotics. As a matter of fact, I could take your personal mix right now and put you against that screen right now if I wanted to. That's a green one right there. That's a green exotic right there. I can put your mix against it right now, and I can show everybody right now live what would happen if I can pull a green level, if your screen can pull a green level next to that screen. And that screen's not black. It's green. But I'm not going to do that today for you. I'm not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to paint over the screen right now. That just shows you that I don't need your product to make my product look good. My product looks good because it looks good. It looks good because God blesses us to be able to do that. That's why my product looks good. We don't need your screen paint at all. See all those projectors over there? That's the test the screen's going to go through right now. It's going to swap out all these projectors. Now, it's going to swap out all these projectors. It's going to have 11 screens laying against it. And it's going to have to produce a beautiful orange and blue and green and all those colors, despite how many times we're going to swap out our projectors. Or we don't, keep in mind, we've done these tests already before. And this is to him or anybody else who feels they want to go down that road. We put you against one of those exotics, that's the end of your screen right there, right from the door. As a matter of fact, we'll put you against a pink screen, and I'll have the pink screen dominate your screen. A pink screen. Let's start, people. Let's get this started today. Do I have the remote controls and everything downstairs I need? Do I have everything downstairs? We got that right there. Everything we need, everything we need, everything we need to get this started. All right. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. Look at the light we got coming in here. Look how bright this place is right now. It's amazing. Now, I'm going to show you something. And I'll direct this to Crow right now. See where my door is at? If I open up my door there, that has nothing to do with the light I have in here. Nothing at all. Period. Now, if I put a screen here to open the door, now it's affecting the screen because the light that comes from out here is now brushing across the screen. See the two windows behind it? The two windows behind it have nothing to do with the screen at all. The only time those two windows would affect the screen unless I have them behind me. If I have a screen behind me, then the light coming from these two windows would hit the light behind me. Here. Look at the light that's coming in. I was about to plug this into my phone. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. And it is being professional. And yeah, for some people say, oh, it's not, oh, let me get this straight. It's not professional when we put you on the level that we are on every day, but it's professional when you do it and you cut corners. Yeah, for anybody who thinks on that theory, if you decide to design anything in the future, I will not be buying from you because I know from the door it will be faulty as I don't know what. You have to do things by the book. And if you're not doing anything by the book, don't do them at all. My dad used to say, give it 100% or just don't do it at all. No waste of time. Okay. We'll start from 43 and we'll drop down. See, everything I'm doing right now, this is information that the Lord gives me. This is what we're going to do today. This is how we're going to put with your screen. He gives me the strategy guide on how we have to handle the situation. How it has to be done. And this is how we're going to do it. All right, first things first, we're going to display color off the screen. Have some fun with this one just for a second before we code it over. I got plenty of green. We'll do another one later on. Let's grab some power. And for the customer who bought the screen paint, or anyone who bought a screen paint, this is how we do it. This is how it's supposed to be done. This is what you should be seeing. You should have requested those contrast levels. I'm guarantee it was already pre-rehearsed to say what he needed to say before he did that demonstration. I guarantee you. Or what not to say. Because we got those instructions. We first got his product here, which was a personal mix I have on the table. We got instructions that came with that product. We were told that it was not an ambient light rejection from him. And we were told that we can't use it in our environments. We have to be fair. Well, if you're comparing your technology art, this is our environment. This is what we do. This is why our screens thrive. You know, we thrive in this kind of light anyway. So if you're comparing yourself to us and you keep saying you're exactly like us, then you should be to survive in this area that we're working in like us. Can't pick and choose your battles. It is what it is. You know how much self-control I have to have right now? So badly, I want to take your sample sheet. I want to stick it against this screen. I want to watch your screen, not produce color like the screen is about to do. But I'm not going to do this. At all, period. We'll do it when the new stuff gets here. We do the unboxing on your new stuff that gets here. Now, like I said, it's not to say that his stuff doesn't work. It does. It works like any other screen paint. It does produce an image. It does. But to say it's equal to ours, no, it's not. And that's the part we need to get you to understand head on. that you think your stuff is equal to our technology. It's not on any level whatsoever. It does work. It does work for the purpose that you designed it to work for. It does. We're not going to say it doesn't. But it doesn't do, you're trying to say that you're the same as us. You're not. That's the part you have to get through your head and understand. In no way whatsoever we have the same technology. If that was the case, you would have took that challenge with the exotic. You would have made all 10 of them, and you would have got the demonstration done instead of coming up with all these excuses about why you're not going to do it. Here comes the sun, and I got that stuck in my head. Oh, that's going to be something that's going to be singing in one of the rooms. I can see it right now. Got me on the game room. Like, oh, what's stuck in your head down today, Bird? I've got that song stuck in my head. It's in there. It's in there. We need to do half this on a short screen. And let's do the middle part, because I need the middle part to come up in that nice red. Well, we got the remote controls for this doodah here. Which one's the remote controls for this? Here, we got this one here. Did he put music behind this? Yeah, he did. He put music behind the back of it. The color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, what the heck is that noise? So as you can see, there's the green screen as we displayed before. This is an exotic. This is color coding technology. I'm pretty sure you don't understand what it is, and I'm not going to explain it to you because I don't have the time. But this is color coding technology. I'll give you the fair rough about it. So in color coding technology, despite if the surface is green, blue, red, or whatever color the Lord blessed me to be able to design that day, the code that's dropped in there allows the projectors to see red even though the surface is displaying green. Something I doubt your technology can do, but we'll find that out soon. But I doubt it will be able to do that. Now, when we do these demonstrations, we always put them against high-end certified screens, not screen paint mixes, high certified screens, to show you that even a screen of $5,000 does not have the capability of being able to read color when it comes to our technology. The silver that you're seeing painted on the screen was done due to the fact there was a particular individual on YouTube that explained that PPJ would do the exact same thing that our product would do. We proved them wrong on that one by basically buying a higher version of the PPJ, which was the Modern Master, buying that in silver, and I painted that on my screen live. One, the screen was actually in red, and you would see basically where the color faded, where our screen maintained a solid red, even though the surface was green. Thought I'd show you that right there, you know. And for some people saying, well, get up close on the screen because I want to make sure that you're actually seeing red. If you can't see red from here, I suggest you do not drive anything at all. Let's get up close and see if we're actually seeing red. There you go. Is that close enough for you? There we go. We're nice and close on the screen. See that? That's red. So how do you have a screen that's green, but it's producing the color red? Complete opposite, right? Like again, code technology. The same thing that we developed that we have in our black screens that can pull white levels, different shades of white levels, which I displayed over and over again. But this is the same individual that wants to come out and say, oh no, all black screens react the same way. Yeah, it's the same thing like saying all cars drive the same way. All food tastes the same. All colors look the same. Yeah, okay. The color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
There's the screen displaying blue now. Now, just to give you a little bit of a test here, what would happen if you went out and you coated your wall, your screen blue? Well, if you coated blue, then that means everything that would pop up on your screen would have a tint of blue in it. Yep, that's what would happen. Even that green wouldn't even come up a solid blue. It would have a kind of a faded kind of off blue to it with a little green washed into it. All right. I'll sure we got everything down here that we need. We got the sample sheets, we got the projectors. Let's make sure we got everything down here because I don't feel like running from one room to the next to figure exactly everything we need to get this started. Excuse me, sorry about that, people. I just burped. I don't know if you heard that or not, but it was a good one. All right, let me see. Make sure I got my tape, everything needed. Where's the tape? We have heavy tape for this too. All right, I left one upstairs. All right, follow with me. We're gonna go upstairs. I'm missing one of the samples. Or missing. I think it's oh here it is. Is this it right here? We got the cinema grade 5D is missing. That's not in here, and we need a roll of tape to finish this off. Oh wait, it's right here. Okay, cool. Okay, we have it here somewhere. All right, cool. These are the certified samples we have there. Let's go switch back over to our beautiful red, color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, then we'll take you instead. I'll take that.
Yes.
We found a baby girl for your adoption.
Give her a color swap out. So there's our color swap out right there. Swap out from blue to red, red, blue. You can see up close that the screen is changing multiple colors despite the surface is green. Now let's take a high performance sample sheet and let's see if it does any difference. Let's see if it can do the same thing the screen's doing. And there you go. And keep in mind, this surface here is gray. That's green. That's something that when I explain to Mr. You-know-who alone, if I were to take any of your products and I would stick it against an exotic, your screen would be leveled. You're talking about a screen that's completely opposite of anything on the market, and it can produce better colors than your screens. You don't want to go against that thing. Let's see, what are we going to do? Okay, let's paint this thing and get this done. All right, let's do this paint on demonstration and get this finished and done. So let me get this done first. Let's get something to cover over the projector. Project it back a little bit. Get something to cover over the projector a little bit here. Make sure we got everything we got together here. It's done. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I just got this, always got this weird feeling like I'm always forgetting something. Maybe you all have that feeling like, I know I'm forgetting something you're forgetting. Give me about a minute. I gotta go upstairs and see if I got tape, everything on me, because I know I'm missing something. Something is missing. And I thought so. Missing the tape. All right. We'll paint this screen in right now. I'm going to convert this to a black screen. This is our test screens. Now usually when you're doing an aluminum fixed frame screen, as I said before, these screens will have bars in the back of them. Do not remove the bar. You need a bar, it's going to be a nightmare getting the back on. So, what you want to do is just pad the bar. Take a piece of a cloth or a sheet or whatever, double it up, and stick it in between the frame and your screen. It'll cause a little bump in the front. Don't worry about that. When it dries, it'll lay nice and flat, as you can see right over there. All these were done the same way. Tape up your border. You don't know what I mean by that? I'll post a video below because we're not going to tape this one up. These are test screens. What's wrong with this right now? Come on, act right. And I'm going to tape this up real quick. I'm going to paint this up real quick. Sorry about that. Or I'll show you the demonstration where I did the 235.1 over there, which I did that demonstration live, taped up the screen to show you how to do it. We need another box. Stir paint, as usually, when you buy paint, what's the first thing you do? Stir it up, right? That shouldn't be something that has to be told to you. Sorry about that, but you know. There we go, that's 12. Well, see, like I said, remember what I said? If you mind your own business, all you have to do is mind your own business, you wouldn't have caught our attention. Now you catch our attention. Now for every test demonstration or any demonstration I do, you're going to have to match it. And you see the kind of demonstrations I run on my screens in. And my areas are bright, crazy bright. So if you're in that demonstration, what I saw, if you're basically blocking out that little bit of light coming in through your windows, I already know from the door, you're not going to survive over here. And as I said before, if you fail to do the challenge, your product's coming over anyway. We'll do the challenge. We'll actually do all the test demonstrations, everything, for the people, consumers can see exactly what they're getting. We'll do a real review, how it's supposed to be done. Not that mixing any product in, not tampering with your product, showing how your product measures up to white screens, showing how it measures up to high performance screens, how does it work in ambient environments, how does it work with contrast, how does it work with colors, how does it work with long throws, short throws, low lumens, outside. See the stuff we got to go through? You should be going through the same thing. And we're going to test you against our gray screens too, just to let you know. And since you made a comment about the gray screen, green screen, call it the leprechaun screen, I should have put your screen up against the screen right now, but I'm going to do that later on because you're going to go against the green screen, the one you mocked. And then we're going to put you up against the Modern Master. Let's see how close you come to the Modern Master, and then we'll make your free screen paint that you showed everybody how to make for free online, which the video he deleted, which the video we still have, with the instructions of putting in 2 tablespoons of black into white to see how close it comes to your screen paint. And run those tests. Because here's the thing. He got angry at us because we found a video of him doing this. He scammed his customers out of a lot of money, showing them he had a product out there. He was showing you how to make the product for free. Then he started charging you for it. And then when we matched them and they perfectly matched together, he got upset with us. Well, why are you getting upset with us? It was you in the video doing the demonstration. We just put 2 and 2 together, and that's what we came up with. And he got angry over that. So the first thing he did was, keep in mind the video was up there for a while. It was up there long enough for him to get 27,000 hits on it. And he just now pulled the video when it got outed. Wouldn't you think somebody would have put those two together? If they were doing a demonstration, like, I wonder how close this will come to matching this. So he got upset over that, pulled the video, and then got mad at us and came after us. But that was you who did it. Now, keep in mind, what I would have did was, if something got out like that, first thing I would have did was I would have contacted my customers and I would apologize to them. Hold on for a minute. We got a commercial popping up on one of the. There we go. Commercial popped up. But anyway, I would have sat there, did a video. I would apologize to my customers. That's what I would have did. And to make sure, to reassure my customers that this unfortunate mistake was never going to happen again, I would have kept a container of that paint on hand, and every time I would have made a new screen paint, I would have did a side-by-side demonstration with that product and showing my customers that this is not the product that was given away for free. But you never did that, which allows me to believe that the product you were selling is probably similar to the one you were actually giving away for free. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our corners. I think what he believes, and he thinks that if he does something else, that you guys are going to forget about it and you're not going to think about it, you're going to move on. Some people think that way. That no one's going to remember what they did. Make sure I get my corners. Anytime I do my screens, I like to make sure all my corners are done. You know, I'll have people sit there and say, oh, but you're a Christian, you're not supposed to do that. Christians can defend themselves. We have Christian lawyers, there are Christian soldiers, they're all Christian cops. Yeah. We are not the one to play with. God will give us the knowledge and understanding on how to handle a situation, and that's how I'm doing. I'm handling the situation, and he showed me another way how to handle the situation on the legal end. And that involves the copyrights. Just to be known, if you're going to challenge me, I'm going to accept the challenge. When people give me challenges, you know why I don't do your challenges? Because I know darn well that the challenges I do on my level, you couldn't even begin to even think about trying to do. So, no, you couldn't meet one of mine. Not one of them. And if you can't meet one of them, what point would it be of me doing one of yours? And mind you, before the challenges even started, I got challenges around since 2017 that have never been met. Now this screen doesn't have a bar in the middle of it. I removed it because I don't need it. Because all of this is just a demo screen. It's just something for me to do my demonstrations off of, but there's no bar in the back of it. But if you have a bar in the back of it, do not remove your bar. Alright? Don't remove it. Simple plain. Because I'll tell you right now, I did one, I removed the bar, and it was a nightmare getting the bar back into the frame. So don't do it, just pat it and be done with it. Alright, that's done. It's all finished. Jeremiah was a poor frog, used to be a friend of mine. Okey-doke. Let me get you guys up the floor first. I've done so many of these live pin-on demonstrations, it's not even funny. More times than I can count. An extension cord. Oh, wait, 1 minute. How much juice do I have in my battery? Now I better charge the whole full thing. Oh, wait. I got a power generator around here somewhere. Hold on. I don't know where my mushroom comes. I'm trying to figure out if I need an outlet. And I have an outlet near there. I can just get my battery pack. And just use my battery pack. Because I haven't ran a fan through my battery. Every time I use this thing for a demonstration, I always run something through it that I never got a chance to run through. Like that lamp over there. I ran that lamp earlier today. 5 watts. So the lamp took was 5 watts, 9 hours. Automatically getting from that lamp. So if my power goes out, I can run a couple lamps through here. No problem. I love that thing so much. I love it. Look at that. With the battery pack. Okay. Oh. Got the battery pack. We're going to run a fan next on it to it. I'm curious, how much power does a fan take? Now, we're running the fan at full speed off my battery unit right here. Man, seriously? Sorry about that. I got my cord tangled up there. I wonder how much power we're using. 111. That's where we're peaking out at 111. And this will give us about 3 hours. 3 hours from that right there. Which is, we're not going to need 3 hours to dry the screen at all, period. It's going to take less than that. But that's good to know. So if I had the extra battery pack on the bottom of it, I would double that. So I would have 6 hours. And I would get the solar panels, which I need to buy for that, and set it up, then I would have unlimited power because all my power would come from the sun. So I can fully charge the battery and have enough power still running to run the fan. Somebody was asking me real quick, they were saying, okay, so if I charge the battery, is it going to start running off the battery? I said, no, it's going to still run off the solar. It's going to run off the solar. It's going to run off the battery. When you unplug it, the battery's going to click on. It's going to run from the battery. But while that solar's plugged in, it's going to run off the solar. So solar's going to run the fan, and it's going to keep the battery juiced up. And even when the battery's fully charged, it's still just going to be running the fan only. It's going to bypass the battery. Yeah. And there's also a port on it. We can plug it into your car. So say if you need a jump for your car, you don't want to go outside and get jumper cables or ask some stranger, we just plug that in and jump your battery. Or charge your battery. So it's nice to have, you know. I haven't ran anything heavy off of it yet. So I ran just about everything else. I ran power tools off of it. It ran perfectly fine. My paint sprayer I can run off of it. Paint sprayer gets me about 4 hours, which is good. Let me see. Let's search. "4K demonstrations." And as the screen starts to dry, it gets brighter. I had somebody tell me they weren't a professional painter. You don't have to be a professional painter. You ain't gonna mess it up. You seen how I painted the screen? I was sitting there having a conversation when there were heavy drops of paint all over the screen. I used the screen as a paint pan. And you can't mess it up. Easiest thing you ever paint. And as you're watching, we're all sitting there watching paint dry. You'll see it starting to get brighter. The markings, all that stuff will disappear. And regular screen, and we always do. All that right in here, that's still wet. It's all going to dry out. Screen was so dark, you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't see anything at all. Nothing. It's hard for you to make out. You can even see the individual wrinkles in the elephant's tusk. Yep. And before he starts running his mouth, I just watch you. Just displayed. Just exposed you faking a demonstration with a customer. Show you anything what you were supposed to say. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he was pre-rehearsed to be told what to say. Because if that was me in there, yeah, I'd have challenged you. Oh, can we open up these windows back here? What's the contrast level look like? What's the contrast level on your projector? How many was this thing run? I'd have asked all those questions. So the black levels on here have got to be amazing. So can you show me something in a dark contrast? Pre-rehearsed. So if I buy that product, I should be able to take it and use it in my environment with no problem, pull contrast overs, do everything that he's explaining that he can do in that demonstration. I can do the same thing, or do I have to mimic the same environment and use that projector in order to get that quality? See, that's what happens when you stick a screen in an ambient light controlled environment, because it's used to being used in that particular comfortable environment. But if you stick it in your environment, then it's going to be a problem. That's why we do all our ambient light rejection tests. When we test those screens, they're done outside. Can't get no more harsher than that. Making the landing. Landing is straight not gonna work. Stick the landing? Didn't even stick the landing. We're still a little wet. We don't care. And the rest of it will dry on its own. Oh, we can't do the whatchamacallit. Hold on a minute. Let's see how wet we are. So we are, let me see. See right there? We're still wet on the screen. Look at the pen when it's so cute when they run. I love them. I watch them running all day long. I love how they run and walk around. Like little old men. Like little old men. They're so cute. Yeah. I love God's animals. My goodness, they're adorable. Let's move a little bit over to the front. I'm gonna make sure I get all this dry because I got 6 sample sheets against this. That's why I need to be dry. Because we're gonna throw sample sheets against it. So we need to be dry all the way. I think while we're doing this, I'm gonna do the finisher too and check that out. I'm curious. I gotta see what this stuff looks like. that's practically it. That's almost done. Yeah, it's coming up so dark I can't even see it. Yeah, okay. Yep. Okay, let's see. That's it. Still wet right there and there. Here's my white levels. The screen's still wet. Look at that. Told you I've done this too many times to count. Got to see up close. No, we don't need that. still there. We're still a little wet in here. Still a little wet. That's why the screen's still a little soaking wet. Yeah, it's still wet. Still wet. Still wet, and it's still bringing up with a red button. So we can get it in there. Just a little bit. Just stay. Just stay for just a little bit. There you go, up close. See? You see how light gray that screen is? And you think for a minute, that's a certified screen. That's a certified light gray screen. You watch that black technology pull that red level much deeper, much better. So what would happen if I put that personal mix against that screen? What do you think would happen? If I put any of your products against that black technology, what would happen? Like I said, we've done this already before. We've done this already. I've done this over and over and over again. I've done this already again. But for some reason, you keep forgetting for some reason. I just have to keep reminding you over and over and over again. All right. Never freaking learns. Never learns. Got dementia or something's wrong with you. I don't know. I'm not trying to belittle you or anything, but come on, man. Are you serious? Over too much or too forward? All right, let me see what I have to do with this one. We have to bring it over a little bit more here. Right there. This is something a little different. We're going to be off topic for just a minute. Just for a minute, we're off topic. We can go a little over there if you want. We're going off topic for just a minute.
That right there is a Ultra.
Nova 17. That's a great screen.
Now, that's my gray screen, my Ultra Silver. Keep in mind, that technology is front and rear. None of these screens are front and rear. And that technology right there is gray versus gray screens. Now see where you got the screen right here? It has the highest white level. The screen that has the highest white level will have the lowest level when it comes to color because it's producing too much white light. See? Just because you have a high white level doesn't mean it's a good thing. It's a very bad sign that your screen is going to struggle when it comes to color. Now you know why this screen's doing so well. It has a bit of a darker tint than these two right here. But at the end of the day, the Cinema Grade 5D, pretty much, it's still going to cost you around $1,300 to $1,400 for a 100-inch. And our technology at around, this is being the Ultra 17s, are around $248 for 2 quarts of this technology. Will paint you up to a 150-inch screen. And it's front and rear technology and ultra short throw compatible. Big difference between $258 or $268 compared to $1,300 to $1,400 for a 100-inch. Big difference. But when you test your gray screens out, which I'm doing right now, and I'm showing you, I have to be able to show you the difference. We have to do colors. We have to be able to do the star throw demonstration. This is something you have to see. I don't hide anything from my customers. I like to see everything you need to see. This is important because you're going to go home and you're going to do the exact same thing I did in the video. So that's why it's better that you see it live and you can see exactly what you're getting. Ooh, when did they put this video in? Those are some beautiful colors. Yeah, what I'm curious to see next, this is what I said that I'm curious to see next. We're going to be doing this on the rear projector. Oh, I forgot to show you. There's something you didn't see. White screensaver. No, cancel. Red screensaver. Red screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
I have to be out of the way for this one.
The angle, which you have to see, and then this.
You know what that is?
It's called narrow viewing cone. Usually surfaces that have a reflective surface will suffer from this.
Which means you have to be in line with the projector in order to view the screen properly. If you do not, then the screen will turn dark on you. That's what they call a narrow viewing cone. But if you stand in front of it, it becomes brighter. See?
This is the stuff we learned from their technology. So now we know from the door that even though the screen can produce a good high white level, one of the things the screen is plagued with is the fact that if you don't have that projector in line with that screen just right, and you're a little off to the right or to the left, or maybe if you want to view it from here or from here, that screen becomes dark.
And usually reflective surfaces have that problem. So your projector has to be in line just right to be able to pick up the image or the color. I don't know why they still use this stuff to begin with. Much stuff then around the house.
Black screens, on the other hand, have the ability to produce very dark colors because their contrast levels are higher. Downloading. Oh, I got stuck in these songs just stuck in my head all day long. One of them days today, Mr. Bird. One of those days.
Meanwhile, all the while we're having this conversation,
That Japanese tea room's getting brighter and brighter up there for that screen. There's more light pushing in.
oops, my fault.
Now, keep in mind that if this product is anywhere near the tone of that screen right there, this is how it's going to react on a black screen.
Where do you put our stuff at? Literally, I'd be okay, I'm about to say, I'd be horrible in a boardroom. Oh, Jenkins, you're all over the map, Jenkins. You're all over the map. I got this. I got everybody in the boardroom has to name Jenkins. Jenkins. Dark Star 9. See, same reflective material. But Dark Star 9s have really good angle gains. They have really, really good angle gains. Very good screen. They have very good angle gain.
The only problem is that the surface reflects too much white light because it has that reflective surface on it.
That's all. But they have very good angle gain on the screens. Despite the fact that the surface, despite the fact that the surface has a reflective surface, they have a really, really good angle gain on the screens. I don't think we're going to have any luck here, people, with this. The literally does not want to stay against my screen. It just doesn't want to stay. So I have to go order some more whatchamacallit. We're trying to muddle through this the best way we can. I do apologize. It just doesn't want to stick to my screen. That's all. All right. So there we go. Just have to muddle through it. I do apologize. What if your screen was white? I told you we did white screens. We did the Elite 135-inch screen upstairs. This is going to be one of those days, boy, I'm telling you. Oh, well, people, we're going to have to get some heavy tape. We got time to do this. We got plenty of time. We got all this week to do these demonstrations. So I'm going to go on Amazon. We're going to go order. Until then, I got the big boy 135 upstairs, so
This screen is still a little bit damp. We got the 135, so we still got a big screen upstairs to play around with anyway. So we can switch that later on upstairs. Play with the 135, and I got plenty of room on the screen. Oh, I forgot about that. We got 135 upstairs, so that means I can put multiple projectors on my screen at the same time. We can do a 1,000 lumen projector. We can do the 2,800 lumen projector. Actually, it's 2,800 lumen projector, and we can do the 43 all at the same time. So we still have room to play. I'll tell you, God's technology is amazing. And at the end of the day, you know, I want to defend my company at all costs. And that's what I'm going to do, as I should be doing. And like I said, our knowledge comes from God. All my technology comes from God. And I can come on here, I can paint screens live, I can throw sample sheets against it. We can do all that. The screen is going to do what it's supposed to do. That's what it's designed to do. But everybody else, they're going to cut corners because they're not going to show you the demonstrations live, number one, and they're afraid to do any of the tests because if their screen fails, it's going to fail. There's no way in the world we both know he's going to do that demonstration like I'm doing upstairs in that room upstairs. He's not going to do that. We know that. He's going to come up with some kind of excuse. Put this here for a minute. On why he can't do it or blah, blah, this or blah, blah, that. But it's going to be something. It is definitely going to be something. I shut this because, see, when people walk through, they can look right into my house. Bam! Starfield demonstration. You see how much light is making contact with my screen? You see how much brighter it was in here? Let's get that TV on the floor. Well, just as a recap, for those of you coming in, when I started the demonstration off, we came here, we was in this room. And I said, we're going to do a challenge that he can't do. I have an ultra short throw projector. He has an ultra short throw projector. Mine's a 720p projector. And as I said before, the demonstration, you notice that his windows were, shades were down in his window, but he had the door open. Trying to show off that he has a room, his screen can do ambient light or whatever. I don't know, he's doing a demonstration. And here we are, fully lit environment. And as I said before, when we do our demonstrations, we have to show off the white levels. So anybody who has a screen that is gray should be displaying contrast. So I can pop out of here. We'll get the right one here. Nope. We are downstairs. Give me a minute. Y'all gotta check that out. Woo. Woo. My personal nightmare is trying to figure out where I put my controls at when I come in. See, I got all these running around the house. Got 4 of these running around my house. I have to figure out where I put my controls at when I come in. All right, so it's none of these, so I know that for a fact. That's going to be the one for the other room. It's got to be this one.
Yep, found it. It was in the other room. So imagine if you have a whole bunch of these laying around your house. There you go. Now you see my nightmare. So, but you got to put them up. I do put them up. Just I put them up every place else. If you're going to compare yourself next to our technology, you have to do the same demonstration. So, that's one of his challenges for today. Any demonstrations that we do, he has to match them on his screen paint. Since you want to compare yourself being to us, then you do our demonstrations just like us. If you consider yourself to be on our level, then you do what we do on our level. Now, just to make sure he understands, I'm going to explain it to him crystal clear. When you do that demonstration on that high-end projector that you have in your living room, your blinds behind you are going to have to be pulled all the way up. You're going to have to display enough light that when you lean back, all this would have to be illuminated, all of it. You have to see everything illuminated in the environment. And then what you're going to do is you're going to switch over to a star field demonstration, and you're going to display a black outer space image from corner to corner on your screen. There will show be no washed out edges. I don't want to see, oh, we can still see the image in the middle. I want to see the entire screen from corner to corner, displaying that black level. When I do demonstrations, displaying white screens, snowstorms, white wolves, white skin tones, whatever it may be, I display a clear white image from corner to corner. Even at 135 inches, I display it. So if I can do that on a black screen, I'm pretty sure you can do that on your gray screen. Because lately you've not been doing that demonstration. Well, you did it all, period. So since you do have a more advanced projector than I have, my simple 720p projector here, and your projector's contrast level is way beyond mine. I think mine's around 2000 to 1. You should be able to pull that off, no problem. Let's go over here and let's pull up and that's just for him. Anybody who basically wants to throw their hat in and challenge our technology, match all our demonstrations. Do them live. I don't want to see any pre-recorded demonstrations. Oh, I forgot to add real quick. That demonstration has to be done live. No pre-recorded, live. Because if you make a mistake in live, everybody's going to see it. Kind of hard to get around that one. See how the green pops up? No fading, no washout, edge to edge. Green. So that white pushing it through. If you notice, I have no houses, nothing. It's a golf course there. So all that white snow, that light is hitting that white snow and reflecting all that light right through my windows. So if I can pull images up like this, then you should be able to pull up that Starfield demonstration. Watch me paint a black screen downstairs in no time at all. Throw sample sheets up against it, do different colors. Screen came up nice and bright. So there's your challenge right there. I knew for the simple fact that, first of all, he's not going to do it. And I'll tell you right from the door. Because when I saw in the demonstration, you showed you have a powerful projector. You had very little light in the environment. And then on top of that, you shut your 2 windows in the back, which I knew there was light pushing through those windows. I'm pretty sure you looked at all that before you did the demonstration and realized you couldn't have those windows open because they came through, they would have washed out your screen. And if you were struggling with that with bright colors, I know contrast is going to be a nightmare on that screen. I can tell how light that screen paint is. It is not going to show up. But this is something you should have told your customer when he was in there buying that product. And I'm pretty sure you scripted him on what to say. Because I would have requested those contrast levels. Oh, wrong controller. See, this is how I lose my controllers. I literally just brought the controller that was upstairs downstairs, and the controller that's upstairs is upstairs. It's not downstairs, it's upstairs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna grandmother controller. Now let's see. We started that demonstration with the windows open upstairs early in the morning before the sun got up, and my screen is still producing an image while the windows are open, and we're probably around like 9 or 10 or something around that time right now. It's Saturday morning. I'm supposed to be having cartoons right now, cereal, to tell the truth. Trying to figure out what we did with the remote control. I lost it again. Sorry, people. Found it. I think I found it. Yep. Well, I'm telling you. If my head wasn't attached, I'd lose that too. Let me see what we got. 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's go with, I want to do the...
My daughter's taken. I know who did it. Find her. I know.
Let's move on from there, please. Thank you. I want to do... You know what's bothering me about this environment right now? There's not enough light in here. So it's driving me a bit crazy right now. So now I need to be in that room where I can have more light hitting the screen. So that's where I'm going. Because it's too dark in here. So that's why we're going in here. Because it's too dark. And even though you guys may think, Ken, this room is not dark. It's dark. We need to bring the lights on in here. This is where we need to be at right now. It's too dark now. It's driving me crazy. I can't be in that room. There's not enough light. Let's go to the other room and play around in here for a little bit. That'd be much funner. Ugh. Ooh, that hurt. That is definitely gonna bring some pain later on the day. I lift this grab with one hand just now. Ooh, Yeah, that's gonna bring some pain. Ooh, man. I don't know what to think with that one. I'm gonna lift up aluminum frame with one hand. That's a bad idea. God, it's gonna got some weight to it. Especially when you're lifting it up with one arm. Oh, Lord, I don't know what to think with that one. That was not a good idea. Should have thought that went through. Here we go. Let's get some power! All right, so how are we going to run this through? We're going to run this through battery power, or are we going to run this through power? Let's run it through power. can. It's too dark in here. It's too dark. I got you. I got you. I haven't even had cereal yet in the morning. I'm already wired. Mind you, I don't drink coffee in the morning, so I am naturally charged when I get up in the morning. It comes from being hyperactive. A stick of gum and it is on because I'm charged all the time. Like my batteries have already died out. Unless it's one of them days where it's like that really bad weather that seeps into your bones, then that's a day I will have some problems. But other than that, I'm always charged. God's amazing. He gets me up with a full battery. That's why I said for me, I can't cut corners. For me to do a demonstration is to take on whatever the screen can take in. I love that, man. Just thinking of ideas on exactly how I can basically try to wreck the screen. Let's see. First, we must get some lights in here. There's a bit dim in here. Look at the white wall. Look at the purple right there, and look at the white wall. What was that about? A black screen being too dark again? What was that? We ain't got the lights on yet, so I can't talk. I can't talk yet. I can't talk. Lights ain't on yet. When the lights come on, then we can do that. Right? Right? Correct? Look at y'all miss when y'all don't deny the technology. Look at the colors in that. Oh, how beautiful that looks. Look how beautiful that looks. When you deny the technology, look at you. Oh well, it's your investment. At the end of the day, you're the one sitting in the dark. Well, technically I'm the two, so let's fix that problem. Oh, while we're at it, now this is not to my customers because my customers know they know what to buy. They want the best from their projector. This is for the naysayers. I'm sitting there looking at tutorial videos on how to calibrate your projector to get the best color possible. Because for some reason you just can't seem to get the colors to come out. Where's the colors in that? How come we can't get the color to come out? There's got to be something wrong with my projector that the color just does not seem to want to come out. What do you think that could possibly be? I think a whole lot of issues that could trigger that off. I mean, bottom line, one or the other. I'm not sure, but you know. It happens. No, it doesn't happen. You're sitting here mumbling back and forth. I kind of do this stuff in the middle when I'm doing something crazy. You know, it's a weird thing, you know? Do something strange like that. Right in front of the screen. Stick a light bulb. Who sticks a light bulb? Who does that? Who sticks a light bulb in the center of their screen? Who does that? That's just absolutely nuts. Let's go turn the lights on. Who does that? Who does that? I mean, that's a bit madness right there to have a light bulb. Believe it or not, you know how much that light bulb cost me? $30 for that light bulb. I got it because I liked it. It was cool. Had a kind of a spiral light going all through it, but it just doesn't match anything in the house. Let's get up close. Look how that does not affect. You know what's interesting? The light over top the ceiling, when I take the 1,000 lumen projector and I move it around, it doesn't affect it. The same scenario. Let's go bring you guys up a little higher up. It's still too dark in here. Just to let you know. Okay, forgot one buckle. YouTube, 4K colors. Damn it. Got the wrong remote control again. Gotta go get the other one. Here comes the sun. Let's see if we got it right this time. I'll tell you, We just had this in our hand. Nope, wrong controller. All right, people, we'll find it. We'll find it. There we go, we found it. All right, let's go back. Let's go to, Nah, we can't do the colors. The colors would be too easy. Let's try Relaxing Outer Space, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
But there's a problem, isn't there? We don't have any light in the environment. Oh, we do now, do we? There we go. See, when you design a technology to be able to flourish outside, this is nothing. You're talking about technology that has no walls, no doors, nothing. That's thrown outside with 1,000 lumens. And keep in mind, at 13 feet, it no longer has 1,000 lumens by the time it makes destination to screen. It has way less than that. And that screen's gonna have to pick up whatever lumens that are left and magnify them to push an image right back at you so you can see it. And not only has to do that, but it has to do it at 190 degree viewing angle, which means I should be able to see the side of that screen and then the inside of my house and see my screen on the other end that's sitting in a bay of windows surrounded in lights, and that's got to pull an image at the same time too. Starfield demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
No, we don't need it. Doesn't it look like there's a star in the middle of outer space? Doesn't it look like that? Why do you challenge me so? See, their demonstrations, I don't show you on what this technology can do. The levels of what 12s can do are actually amazing. I've never come out here and showed you a demonstration of a 12 with a light sticking right in the middle of it. Never showed you. But it has that capability. If the screen's going to produce outside at 1,000 lumens, this is the cakewalk of technology. But then someone's going to say, well, Ken, it's not right because you're using a 4,300 lumen projector. Yeah, we are. So let's swap the projector and let's get rid of the 43. Let's go with 1,000 lumens. Ba, 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 ba. What we're going to do is we're going to skip the 1,800 lumen, the 28. We're going to skip, we got projectors out there. We're going to skip that 28. We're going to skip the 1,500. We're going to drop it down to 1,000. So we're going to go from 43 straight to 1,000. What's the point of me showing you a 1,500 lumen projector when I can drop it to 1,000 lumens? I think that would be much better, wouldn't it? Why tiptoe around this? Let's do this the right way. This is what 12s can do that other screens can't do. Now, mind you, everything you're seeing the 12 do that he claims that his product is better, he can't do. Because 12s can show you a white snowstorm, show you skin color, show you colors, do demonstrations side by side to high performance screens, and show you a Starfield demonstration, an OLED beta demonstration, black pixel demonstration, whatever you want. And his screen can't do it. Because once we start going into the area, we can go in your backyard and play all day long, but you can't go in ours. Nickelodeon. I haven't watched Nickelodeon in a long time. I used to watch Rugrats back in the day. That was my shot. Chucky was everybody's favorite. Chucky was my favorite. Like Chucky on Pets. That was a good one, Chucky. Anybody like Chucky? I'll tell you one thing. I think the toy, if you ever had a My Buddy, and it was a My Buddy and Big Sister, I think it was My Buddy and Big Sister. They came out right around the time when Chucky came out. Man, that was bad strategy. It was really bad strategy. But they didn't know. I guess they didn't know. I don't, it was just the My Buddy looked exactly like the toy from Chucky. A little bit like it. Not saying just like it, but it kind of freaked you out a bit. You had one. My Buddy and Kid Sister. Remember that. My Buddy was a big hit. When Chucky came out, man, kids were terrified of that freaking doll. So they came up with the Kid Sister. My friend had a, when it's coming up, she had, when, not me coming up, because my buddy around when I was coming up, I think I remember Teddy Ruxpin. That was creepy. Teddy Ruxpin was creepy. It was cool, but it was creepy when the batteries were about to die. When the batteries were about to die, that thing would trigger off in the middle of the night and just start mumbling some weird stuff. But that's the only time that thing became weird and creepy. But that was pretty cool. So now we're displaying our display here on our Sony DL CS4 720p. This is our distance showing how far we are back from the screen. We are displaying a star field demonstration with a 130 watt light in the middle. These are big lights right here. See that little coil light right there? There you go. So that proves that you don't have to use a 43 to do the demonstration. Oh, and we forgot, we're gonna put our overhead lights on too for you. So there we go, overhead lights are on. And there's my screen right there. Not only with a 130 watt light bulb sitting in the middle of it, but we have a 1,000 projector with 1,000, we're actually about, let me see, how many feet away? We're about a good distance away. If not, we'll pull it back even farther if you want. And we're in a fully lit environment. Now, let's see you do this on your screen with a Starfield demonstration, because I can easily put up Snowstorm 4K. "4K screensaver." Show them the snow. Snow 4K screensaver. If I don't butcher that one. There we go. See right there? I can do snow on my screen. Now, since I displayed snow on my screen at white level, what I need for you to do is do the same demonstration on top of the other demonstration I just gave you, and you show a contrast demonstration of a star field in a fully lit environment with a lamp in the middle of your screen. And then I want you to do the same upstairs with the windows open, letting natural light come in the light you have in the environment, hit that screen with a star field demonstration on display. Let's move the light out of the way. That's not going to fade the screen at all, period. No, we don't need this. Where's this crap right here? There we go. There you go. Just my white displays on my black screen. Got 1,000 lumens. Don't even need 43 to do it. There we go. We're back. Just disconnected for a minute. We always have problems in here connecting in this room. There you go. There's my doggy right there. Let me look at a battery pack real quick. See how it's interesting how I can come in here and I can show you my black screen. I don't have to use a 4300 lumen projector. I can come in here and show you this demonstration easily on using just a 1000 lumen projector. That's it. And show you white demonstrations. I don't hide anything from you. But this particular individual, on the other hand, won't show you a Starfield demonstration to save his soul. He won't do that demonstration. Why is that? Because his screen can't pick up a white level, can pick up a contrast level. There you go. There's another one. We can do this all day. Beautiful women, 4K. Let's see if we can pull up on some nice bright colors. If they spelled it right, they always butcher it on here. Let's go back here and they always butcher the 4K part. So it's supposed to be 4K, but they literally spell out 4K. I guarantee you, when your product gets over here, I'll paint it right onto, as a matter of fact, I'll paint it right over top of my screen right here. And we'll pull that Starfield demonstration and see what happens. If you're not close enough, what I'll do is I'll zoom up for you so you can see it for yourself up close. I'm going to challenge my technology. You lost your mind. Didn't we have this conversation already before about you doing this dumb nonsense? And I've warned you to mind your own business. And then every time you fire that gun, you come up with a much bigger cannon and you get belittled every single time. You never learn. It's like episodes of the Wild E. Coyote. It literally is. Seriously. You literally thought because you take some black paint, throw it up against the screen and say all black screens react this way. I painted this screen in, and here I'm doing a demonstration on a 1000 lumen projector, got it zoomed up so everybody can see the white levels, put a light in the middle of my screen, did a demonstration on Starfield, everything. Are you kidding me? Well, this is going to happen to you, Mr. Crow. Like I said, I already from the door, I already told you that the legal part, we're not going to talk about that because that's something on its own. But as for me and you, since you want to be like me so badly, every demonstration that I do on my screen, I want you to try to match it. Every last one of them. Whether we're outside, whether we're hitting 1000 lumen projectors, where we're using sample sheets, go get online, go order your sample sheets. You're going to do every last one of them. And that demonstration we told you, we gave you permission to make the exotics. You can still do it. Make the exotics. You make our product, you make our screen paints. Go make all 12 of those exotics in there. Same color of shade. 20 minutes. Knock out all the demonstrations. Do every last one of them live. No pre-recordeds. Because while you're sitting there doing fake demonstrations with customer reviews, blocking off light, trying to make an environment look like it's something that it's not, I can come in here with a 1000 lumen projector in a fully lit environment, much brighter than you had in your demonstration, and do this at 1000 lumens easily with no problem. And display my white levels also. I can do both white and black, back and forth, back and forth. You can only do white level, we call high bright levels because that's what's going to fade less on your screen. So if he doesn't do this, you already know from the door where it stands. Don't feed into his nonsense. Don't feed into his nonsense. We don't feed into it. It's hilarious because we have to keep doing this to him. And he never learns. I think Wile E. Coyote syndrome. That's what we're going to call it. Wile E. Coyote syndrome. No matter how many times a roadrunner outsmarts the coyote, you got to give him credit. He's persistent. You got to give him that much right there. But the outcome is just devastating. It is. Beep, beep. Yeah, you've lost your mind. You have. You've really lost your mind. Like I said, stay in your lane. I told you from the door. And you wanna send me email messages mocking my God, talking about, oh, you Christian is this and Christian is that. You know, you don't hurt me when you talk about me being a Christian. You're yourself, because you're talking about God at the end of the day. You're not talking about me. That doesn't bother me. Wow. You tried your hardest, but to keep you from getting your technology, well, it's coming over, big boy. And if you don't do those demonstrations, just like we do as a T, I will take your product and I will do that demonstration for you. J and K, 4K demonstrations. Ooh, let's do this one right here. It's nice, bright. Now, if you notice, like I said, my display, nice and bright in all the corners. Yeah, let me show you something real quick. You know what I'm about to do, right? Let me show you something. You see in the area? See right there? Let me show you how our technology works. See that? That screen has black technology on it. See how it fades up when it gets to the wall? Watch this. See how it's better? Starfield demonstration. I'm doing this because, keep in mind, you may want to try to go, well, I can do that with color. Yes, you can do it with color. Watch this. See where my hand is at down here by my hip? Which means I don't have the projector pushed up high, so it produces a better image on the screen. See? I keep it down nice and low. At 1,000 lumens. Easy. Okay. All right. So, like I said, he wanted it, he got it. You can't get mad over it. You can't get upset about it. And I know he's going to do his little Q&A with his customers and all that together, and he's going to just whatever. Well, you know, that's what you want to go down that road, and now you got it. You didn't want to do that. We gave you the opportunity to make the product. You can't make the product, which proves that any product you try to make was phony and fake, and you can't make it to begin with. Because the same test that we do on our strict, rigorous tests that we do in our demonstrations, you can't even perform on your own stuff. So how are you going to make something that I make and you can't even do the same demonstrations on your stuff from the door? The challenges we did give you, you can't even do. Can't say I was using a 4300 lumen projector because we got 1,000 right here. And I got a light in the middle of my screen right now displaying. This is with the lights on over top. If that wasn't enough for you, took the star image and pushed it up on the ceiling with the overhead light and then brought it back down here. Swapped out the screen, set multiple colors across it with high performance sample sheets, painted the screen in right there live on demonstration, dried it on demonstration, pulled out a gray screen, showed the gray screen producing much better images than other gray screens. Did that demonstration too, gray screen versus gray screen, something you don't do. Did the Starfield demonstration. Went upstairs, took my 1800 lumen projector, showed a demonstration of the demonstration that I was doing live at the same time when I was showing the video, and then turned around and went into my other room, opened up my curtains, and you watched the sun come up while my screen sat there and took it all in, and a Starfield demonstration. And you think you're on our level? So like I said, I'm going to help you out with that. I'm going to, when the rest of your product gets here, we're not going to do any demonstrations from the door. We're going to leave it right in the containers, leave it right in the box where they belong. We're going to give you the opportunity to do the demonstration. If you don't, we'll do it for you. And we'll show the consumers what they're getting. With that being said, people, I think I proved my point here. I am going to be, what are we going to be doing today? Oh, we got that really light, the finisher. We're going to be doing that today too. We got this really light gray screen paint. We drop code into it. So I'm kind of curious how that's going to trigger off. So, you know, we're going to have to do that one. And, oh man, we're going to be doing some demonstrations for outdoors. And keep in mind, Crow, we haven't even got outside yet. So these are inside demonstrations. This is the easy stuff. When the summertime gets here, that challenge is going to continue on outside. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. I got to go, and God bless. I know I got a lot of hate on this, but like I said, at the end of the day, I don't mind the hate because that knows we ruffle the feathers. Yes. You understand how my mind works. When people give me hatred or stuff, that don't bother me at all. I told you, at the end of the day, my knowledge comes from God. All my technology, everything I have comes from God. My confidence comes from God, from the door. That's why I can come on and show you live demonstrations on my technology. That's why I'm not afraid of my screens failing and this, that, and the other, because my confidence and all my strength comes from God. So learn that, Crow. You do nothing against us that's going to tear us down. I will continue to grow stronger every single day. My technology will continue to do things that other screens can't do. Well, I love Jesus. I got to go. And thank you all. I'm getting a bowl of show. I'm about to watch some cartoons. Yeah! All right, got to go.